Hi everyone. Today is day 17 of being part of the PIO Coach Test Group, and I wanted to just kind of share some of my thoughts this far. Um, I was absolutely shocked when I was selected to be part of the test group. I had no idea that they were even forming this. I was honored, and it's just kind of set off a chain of events and thoughts mentally. And this has been life changing. And we are only 17 days in. I've had a lot of aha moments that I've shared publicly, and I've gotten some testimonies and some feedback from people that are not even, coaches on my team or, challengers that I've been working with, that they've been paying attention to what I said and implementing it into their life, and they've seen the results, and living testimony that, what I have been implementing and sharing with people has been very helpful. So this makes me feel good because that's why I'm so open, is that anything that I've learned, I share. And anybody who's open to those changes and wants to do it, I hope they benefit from it. My main goal was to just help people overcome any obstacles or struggles that they were currently dealing with, and to be able to believe in themselves that they could do things that they once thought were impossible or somebody told them they couldn't do. This has opened up a huge way of thinking for me, and changing my way of life. I believe that this came at the right time, exactly when I needed it, and I'm not going to keep this information to myself. I want to share it. I want to help people. This, what I'm going to say, that kind of an aha moment that I had, that Ryan and I were talking about last night, may rub people the wrong way, but if you're open to the change and you're ready to make the change, then maybe you'll give this some thought and think about it. For years, I have heard this from people in relationships, that my husband, my wife likes me just the way I am. That's great. I truly believe that if you love somebody, you're going to love them no matter what. No matter what sickness they are dealing with, no matter, if they're going through something mentally and emotionally, and they're, just having a rough time and maybe not really fun to deal with. No matter if they're pregnant and gained 100 pounds or 50 pounds, or if, whatever's going on, if you truly love somebody, you're going to love them through, thick or thin, till death do us part. I believe that. But I think that sometimes people use that as an excuse to just stay the way they are and just to be comfortable. I believe that, after living a life for years of just settling, and, for a mediocre life, and just where it was comfortable, and never pushing myself outside of my comfort zone, never doing anything that scared me, never, experiencing things, then it really was detrimental. You just settle, and then, you don't want to look back on life and realize that, you didn't do things or live the life, to the fullest, and that you weren't satisfied when you look back. One thing that I've noticed is that, I've shared with everybody that for the first time of being a mom since I had Haley in 1999, so almost 15 years, I had just, really assumed that I would never be able to get my stomach back, to where I was comfortable with it. I have stretch marks just like a lot of moms, because I lost a lot of weight very fast with all of my kids, and my weight's yo-yoed. So that's never going to go away. But, I was really upset, and just frustrated last month in March about the way my stomach looked. And, I decided that I was going to go consult a doctor and schedule something. I really wasn't sure how I was going to move forward, but to get rid of the extra skin in October. Once PIO came along, like literally as soon as we got back from the cruise, I really dove into the nutrition, and I've been sticking to it 100%. And because of that, I've noticed major changes in my stomach. There is literally, on the cruise, you could pinch like 2 rolls of skin. So I thought, obviously, there was more than skin. But it just looked horrible. And now, you can pinch like this much. That's major changes. And, it was in 2 weeks when I noticed a difference. And, Ryan's been watching the changes I've, went through, and is very happy. I get, like I've told everyone, I got lots of slaps on the ass, and, hey, you're looking hot and whatever. That makes you feel good. I don't care who you are, man or woman. That makes you feel good when you hear that. He's the only person that I really care to impress or care what he thinks. So, I hear people all the time who say, well, my spouse likes me just the way I am. That's fine. But the thing is, you could improve yourself so much more by becoming more healthier, becoming more fit, really working on, your physique. Because even if you're comfortable with where you are, people always want to feel better. I mean, if not, then they wouldn't go get their hair done, their nails done, buy new clothes. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. You want to look and feel your best. And one thing that I've learned through this journey is that once you start to do stuff like that, it just impacts everything, your mood, people, have experienced, less headaches, less, peaks and valleys in their hormones. They're just more confident, and there's nothing sexier than a confident man or woman. And being confident is not the same as being egotistical. But this changes everything. Relationships are renewed. And when you're healthy and you feel better, your life is going to be so much better. It's going to be longer. And one thing that I've noticed from people on Facebook, that I see their statuses, people inside my challenge group, coaches, is that, there's this constant, message I'm getting from people and seeing it over and over again, that they're sick and they're worried about their kids' health. They're worried about their parents' health, their siblings' health. And, it weighs so heavily on them and adds all the stress that, it gets them off track. They start eating bad. They miss their workout. So, I mean, if you don't think that doing something for your health is going to impact your life in a positive manner, you really need to step back and take a look at what you see around, or, what you're dealing with. People who are dealing with high blood pressure, cancer, all these different things. This is when you really need to start focusing on your health and realize this. And, Ryan said last night, wow, your stomach's a lot flatter. I really like it. So the thing is, he loved me when I gained a bunch of weight, when I had Rebel, gained 30 pounds. He loved me the next day when my stomach looked like a bowl of Jello. He loved me, when we first got together and my face was so puffy and swollen from eating lots of salt and drinking lots of beer and not taking care of myself. And, he's loved me through anything and everything. But obviously, it's not like he loves me more just because I look better, but I mean, he's more attracted to me and he likes it. So my thing is, it's not about just looks. But the thing is, when you get started, it definitely can renew. If you already have a great relationship and you're both happy with each other, it can make it better. It can make it, your life just so much longer. It can make it better in the future. And you have to look, I think of myself, that I see, things that, my ex-husband's going through with his, mom who has cancer, and how hard it is for him to watch. And I worry about my, kids seeing their grandmother sick, and, what this is going to do. So, sometimes it's hard to look past, today, but you have to look in the future of what this is going to do to your children, what this is going to do to your, grandchildren. And, sometimes it's hard to think about that, but, the best thing to do is take, action now so that you live a better life, so that you can enjoy the things that, that you want to enjoy, that may not be exactly important to you now, but later on down the road. So, I just ask yourself, don't just be comfortable with where you are because it's safe, because it's easy. Try different things. You never know what this can renew in your relationship, with your children, with your, yourself. I mean, when I started doing this, it just opened up so many doors. I'm more confident. I take, not risks, but I do more things that I would have never done before, because I used to just stay in this little safety net. And, my life has gotten so much better because I'm more open to trying new things, because, once I kind of stuck my foot out that, comfort zone, I realized that it's not that scary. And I just have so many more opportunities now, and so I encourage everybody to do the same. But anyways, I just want to share my thought for the day, my little aha moment that I've had so far in this journey. So have a good day.